Most people look at a skyscraper and see steel, glass, and concrete. The Titan looks at the same building and sees a vertical chessboard. To the amateur, real estate is about selling houses. To the empire builder, it is about the cold, calculated acquisition of power, leverage, and territory. You've been told that real estate is a people business. That's a half-truth designed to keep you at the bottom. The 1%, the property titans who move cities, don't just talk to people. They engineer environments. They don't wait for opportunities. They manifest them through a strategy so cold, it freezes the competition before they even enter the room. Today, we are stripping away the salesperson facade. We are entering the mind of the property titan. We are looking at the blueprint of the empire. If you are here to be a middleman, this video isn't for you. But if you are here to build a legacy that outlives your name, subscribe. Turn the notifications on. Let's begin the build. Section 1. The Predator's Perception. Real estate is the only game where the board never changes, but the value of the squares does. A Titan doesn't see a neighborhood, they see a yield map. While others are scrolling through listings, the Titan is studying zoning laws, infrastructure shifts, and political whispers. They aren't looking for what a property is. They are looking for what it will be when the rest of the world catches up. They buy the silence before the storm. In this game, emotion is a liability. If you fall in love with a property, you've already lost the negotiation. The Titan treats every asset as a soldier in an army. If the soldier doesn't perform, he is replaced. No sentiment, just math. But perception is useless without the weight of influence. To move the board, you need a specific kind of currency that isn't found in a bank account. Section 2. The Art of Invisible Leverage. The secret of the property. Titan isn't how much money they have. It's how much of other people's money they can control. This is the cold strategy of OPM, other people's money. An agent sells a home for a commission. A Titan structures a deal where they own the equity while the bank takes the risk. They understand that debt, when handled with surgical precision, is the fastest fuel for an empire. It's about invisible leverage. It's the relationships with private equity, the whispers with urban planners, and the ability to bridge the gap between a seller's fear and a buyer's greed. You don't build an empire with your own hands. You build it with the leverage of your reputation. When you speak, the market should feel the gravity of your words. Once you have the leverage, you must know how to execute the kill. Negotiation isn't a conversation. It's a psychological siege. Section 3. The Psychological Siege Property. Titans don't negotiate to find a middle ground. They negotiate to win. The goal is to make the person across the table feel like the deal they are giving you is the only way they survive. Silence is the deadliest weapon in a Titan's arsenal. Most agents talk because they are nervous. The Titan stays silent until the silence becomes unbearable for the opponent. In that vacuum, the truth comes out. The desperation shows. And that's when the Titan strikes. They use the anchor strategy. They set the psychological ceiling so high or the floor so low that every subsequent move the opponent makes is a reaction to the Titan's original position. You are not asking for a price. You are informing the market of its new reality. But even the best deal is worthless if you can't protect the gates. An empire is built on acquisition, but it is sustained by ironclad systems. Section 4. Systemic Domination. You cannot build an empire if you are the one showing the houses. The property titan builds a machine that works while they sleep. They outsource the labor, but they never outsource the vision. This is the cold strategy of automation. The Titan builds a network of analysts, lawyers, and junior partners who filter the noise. They only touch the red buttons, the decisions that move the needle by millions. If your day is filled with busy work, you aren't a Titan. You're a high-paid employee. Domination comes from data. The Titan uses proprietary systems to predict market cycles. They know when to liquidate and when to accumulate while everyone else is panicking. They don't follow trends. They create the vacuum that the trends fill. You now have the blueprint. The question is, do you have the stomach to execute it? The climb to the top of the property ladder is lonely. It requires a coldness that most people mistake for cruelty. But in the world of empire building, kindness is often just a lack of courage. You have the strategy. You have the cold logic of the Titans. But knowledge without action is just a daydream. The city is waiting. The squares on the board are moving. Will you be the one moving them? Or will you be moved by someone who watched this video and took it seriously? History doesn't remember the agents who tried. It remembers the Titans who built. If this strategy resonated with your ambition, leave a Titan in the comments. Check the description for our high-stakes mindset resources. Your empire starts today. Get to work.